Okay, last video of this season with Football Manager 2009. I'm managing Brentford. We just had the playoff final. Notts County won 4-2 away at Grimsby. Now let's have a look at the final league table first. You may remember in the last video that we lost away at Bournemouth to basically scupper any chances we may have had of making the playoffs. So I gave some fringe players a run out in the last match and we drew at home to Darlington 1-1. So we had Simon Brown, his first performance of the season, Adam Newton from the reserves, Arnold played him, Mark Phillips he played, and Osborne, who's hardly featured at all, played, and you can see why he's hardly played. Idiakes played as well. He came off at half time because he was on a yellow card. Marvin Williams from the reserves, and he did a good job. David Hunt played as well in centre with Gary Smith, who hasn't featured much. Reza got a bit of match fitness in there, and Harsanyi, before he returned from his returned back to his parent club, played. And three substitutes that came on: Ross Montag from reserves, and same with Moses Adamola, both came on and had a little run out. Aaron Wise, central midfielder, came on for David Hunt. So you know, it was just to give them a run out. The result didn't really matter. You can see we finished 63 points, 8 points from the playoff places. So let's have a look at my overall record. Since I've been at the club, no, I've not played 50 matches since I've been here. No, that'll be for club overall this season. Profile. Personal. No immediate plans for future. I played 31 games here, won 13, drawn 7 and lost 11, so not brilliant, but you know, it's no worse than before I came. I think we've done a decent job. We conceded a few more goals than I'd have liked. Scored 40 and 31s, not bad at all. So let's have a look at our best performing players of the season. So, well, Adamola, he's not there now because he was in for reserves. Idiakes, 4 goals in 9 appearances. I'm really happy with him, even though he's 35 years old. He may be a bit more of a backup next season. We'll see how he is. Arnold as well. These two players, I was really pleased with getting them both in. And no, that's not right, is it? Average rating. Idiakes is up there. Charlie McDonald second. Since I've been in, I think he's only scored 1 goal in about 10 appearances. He's not done well at all for me, so he needs to pick up his game. Craig Peed has been fantastic, adding a lot of goals to his game, mainly playing on the right side of midfield for me. John Hall's a right back. He's been very good for me. So for next season, Peed and Hulls I expect will heavily feature in my plans. Charlie McDonald, he needs to prove to me more that he can score some goals. Marcus Bean will probably be around. Whether he'll be in the starting 11, we'll have to see what players are available to me. Marcus Bean. Omar Reza, I might look to offload him. He's done okay, but don't really need him. What's he on a week? He's on 1,400 a week. That would free up some space on the wage bill. Kevin O'Connor's definitely staying if I can keep hold of him. He's been fantastic. Ian Carroll, definitely want to keep hold of him. He's done absolutely brilliant for me for a 17-year-old. Brett Johnson, I'll be looking to keep hold of him as well. Glenn Poole, definitely want to keep hold of him. Could have scored a few more goals, but he's been brilliant nonetheless. Mark Phillips, I'm not too sure. We'll see about him. Want to keep hold of this guy as well. He's done well for me. Andy Cook will probably be playing more as a backup next season, but he's been a decent addition to the squad. Ben Hamer, I may look to get him back on loan. I'll see what goalkeepers are available to me. David Hunt, I'd like to keep him at the club. He's got good stats. He's improved his performances since I've come to the club. Alan Bennett will be going back to Reading. I'm not sure if I'll be looking to renew his loan. Simon Brown wants to go, so he'll probably be going. I'll see if I can persuade him to stay. Carly Osborne, I'll probably look to offload him. He's not been great. And Gary Smith, he's been very disappointing for me actually, so we'll wait and see what happens with him. But I've got the finances under control. I'm hoping that I'll be giving some more wages. I'll try and get a few free transfers in. So let's have a look at the transfers that I made. Let's look at the history. So I didn't make these signings. I made Hoof. Hoof was decent for a bit. Makeda was very good. I was disappointed I couldn't get him back. Mutombo was okay. Sissons was very good. Andy Cook, pleased with him. Arnold, pleased with Idiakes. Hazanyi tailed off a bit towards the end, but he did a decent job for me. And yeah, this guy, same with him as well. So I'm pleased with that. Let's see the players that I've sold. I didn't sell him. I sold Ryan Dixon. He's performed a bit for Notts County. Maybe I should have kept hold of him, but he was pretty poor for me when I came in. Elder, he's not done too badly for Barnet. No big loss. And Sam Wood for Port Vale has done okay. So yeah, when my current loan players, Hamer and Bennett, return, I've still got a thin squad. And if you look at the reserves here, Aaron Wise, he's played a couple of times, come on as a substitute, and he's done okay for me, so I might look to give him a few more appearances next season. Ademola, I mean, he's very poor statistically. He's had 2 appearances. He's done decent though, so I don't know what will happen with him. I really want to try and set up a reserve league, or set this team up in for a reserve league and get these players playing week in, week out, and seeing how they do with regular football. So yeah, that's my first season in management, or half season. I'm fairly satisfied with how it's gone, but the board don't seem to be that impressed with me. Very insecure my job. I think that's a little bit unfair, to be honest. I think I should at least be given till this coming Christmas, so we'll see what happens anyway. When the new season gets underway, I'll let you know what I've been doing in the summer and what our plan of action is.